Righto, g'day guys and welcome to another vlog. In one of my last vlogs, what I did was I talked about my Haines Hunter 445 arm, my hull extension, and flicked out a few questions to you guys. Now, I want to say thank you very much for everybody that responded to that. Thank you for some of the feedback that I got and some of the suggestions that I got. They were all amazing, every single one of them. Now, what I did after that is I went to AI. Yep, AI. I went and asked ChatGPT, you know, what I should do, how I should do it, what is the maximum horsepower I should put on this boat, and a lot of other different questions. I was absolutely surprised at the information that came back my way. And it seems legit, it really does. And I just want to go through a couple of those things to give you a bit of an idea, so that if you want to use this sort of thing as well, like I'm talking about AI, to come up and help with some ideas and help you with your build, and maybe that's something that you can do, something that you can consider, something that might be important for you. So essentially I asked a few questions that are important to us, to make sure that us DIY guys, to make sure that we do these things right. It's not just about jumping in there and whacking a whole heap of fiberglass into a boat, it's making sure that we get the center of gravity right, we get our fuel tanks in the right position, our center consoles in the right position, we use the right type and weight of motor. And the AI was very helpful in that sense. So look, in short form, basically what it said was, there is no doubt that the full hull extension, the full width hull extension is the way to go for my particular boat, for the Haines 445. It talks about better stability, better buoyancy, because it talks about when we put our 4-stroke outboards on these older boats. So we've got 165 kilos. The engine that I'm going to be putting on is a 90 horsepower, whether it's a Yami or a Suzuki, I haven't made that decision yet. But that's 160 to 165 kilos of weight on the back of that boat. So what we've got to do is make sure that we get all of that weight distribution correct. What AI came up with was actually gave me some details about exactly where to put things. So not only that, but it talked about the advantages of full width extension over a partial extension. It talked about making sure you get the glass right and all the rest of it, your laminating schedules. And I'm only just talking about mine here. So I'm talking about the Haines 445 and the way that I want to do it. So it gave me some figures here, how or where to put the fuel tank, where to put the center console from a distance from the transom. So it basically says the component, which is the hull, the bare hull at 320 kilos, position from transom 2.2 meters. What does that mean? I have no idea. So it measures it from the transom moving forward. It says the output, 90 horsepower output, like I was saying before. Distance from transom is, well, it's on the pod, it's going to be on the extension, right? The pod structure, the weight itself, 60 kilos, so we've got to try and keep it around that weight, 60 kilos. That seems legit, that seems fair. So 60 kilos. The fuel tank, so this is where it gets interesting. So the fuel tank, it's 65 kilos, and it says 2.4 meters from the transom itself. So we're going to measure that up and see if we can get that close. The console, 50 kilos, it's saying it weighs 50 kilos. It seems a bit heavy to me, but you know, I guess if you take the battery into consideration and everything else, it might be all right with all your electronics on it, your switches and everything else. I still think that's a bit heavy, but it says 2.6 meters from the transom. And then it goes into the batteries and all the rest of it. And it even talks about the driver. And it says the driver is 90 kilos and he should be he or she should be 2.6 meters from the transom. Wait for that plane to go over. You're going to be standing there controlling the thing 2.6 meters from the transom, right? So that makes sense. Then it's gear and esky, 40 kilos, 2.3 meters from the transom. I don't know if that makes any sense really, the esky bit. So I think they might have got that wrong. But all I'm getting at here with all of this is, you know, don't be afraid to jump onto AI, chat, whatever, any of the other versions of it, and ask it some questions. If you're going to do a boat rebuild, where should I put this? Where should I put that? Is it important about where I put the fuel tank? Yes, it is. Is it important about where I put the console? Yes, it is. So a lot of different things to take into consideration. So I know what, I've got a pretty good idea of what my laminating schedule is going to be on that little 445. The other advantages of using that is it does come up with some ideas that I would never have thought of, some suggestions about porpoising and pitching, and the degree of the bow, for example, should be 1 to 2 degrees sloping down. Why? I have absolutely no idea. Why should your bow be sloping down? I've never really ever considered that. When it's at rest, I should add that. When it's at rest. So better, and it talks about the advantages of doing the extension, giving us more space, more fuel, bring the fuel forward a little bit, distribute your weight a little bit more around the boat, because you can get up to the planing speed quicker, and it'll sit on the plane at lower RPM, lower speeds. So a lot of different information that you can get from asking the AI. So why not give it a go? Just, flick it out there, flick AI a question and ask the question. Now, I'm not about taking jobs away from people, absolutely no way. That's not what I'm talking about here. But I think when it comes to these small boat rebuilds, I paid $10,000 to get a naval architect to do the design on my big boat. And there's no way knowing that Haines 445 is worth that. So we've basically got to just, hey, throw it out there, ask some questions. Don't be afraid of asking questions. Get the information right and try to come up with your own solutions, your own reasons as to why you're doing all this anyway. We're here to save some money, aren't we? So there you go, guys. Bit of information for you.